Hey guys, what's up? It's Culture Detective here, investigating your favorite albums, and today I'm going to be doing my last album review of August. And today I'm going to be doing an album review on the new Melt Banana album 3+5. Yes, that's the name of the album, 3+5. So, Melt Banana is a rock band formed in Tokyo, Japan, and as of currently, there are only two surviving members of the band. One is vocalist frontwoman Oniki Yasuko. The other one is guitarist Agata. And yeah, Melt Banana is a name that I haven't uttered in a very, very long time because it's been so long since they have released any music. Their last album came in 2013. That's 11 years ago. 3+5 is their first album in 11 years. And not only that, this is their shortest album. There's a giant fly. Of course, there's a giant fly in my room. Are you fucking kidding me? So, Melt Banana, first album in 11 years, and it is also not coincidentally, very much incidentally, their shortest album at only 25 minutes long. Now, before 3+5, they have released other amazing works such as Cellscape, which I've never talked about on this channel. In fact, I've only recently listened to it. And both Cellscape and their 2013 album Fetch are more punky and groovy and sweet and sugary. But the difference between their old stuff and 3+5 is that their new album is much more noise oriented, which maybe it's because it's more noise and less punk. For me, it is less accessible. For some people, for some reason, 3+5 is more accessible. For me, I think their older stuff is more catchy and fun and entertaining, whereas the music on 3+5 is way noisier and way more manic than it's supposed to be. Now, the most iconic thing about Melt Banana's music is definitely the vocals, because we have Onuki's high-pitched manic yelps. Listening to her sing is like listening to a hamster getting strangled. It's insane. Plus, the lyrics are usually meaningless English word salad that doesn't make sense, but I really like that. I really like that none of the lyrics make any sense. There's just this chaotic, unintelligible energy to Melt Banana's music that I really love, whereas the guitars and the drums are usually really high speed and repetitive and rough. So I'm going to go over every single track. We have the album opener Code, which starts off sounding like a literal manic episode. It's very abrasive. We have electrifying guitars, and Onuki's vocals are layered like she's some kind of alien trying to communicate with Earth. Okay. And then it sort of explodes into something playful and a bit jazzy. We have some delayed guitar sort of skidding off. It is an absolute explosion of an opener. Then we have the track Puzzle, which in my opinion is one of the tracks that's hardest to get into on the album, partially because it's the heaviest, but also between the bang drums, the motorcycle revving guitars, and the shouty refrains. This track gets pretty tedious. Then we have the track Case D, which is also super heavy. After an abrasive start, we sort of enter in this sci-fi spaceship chase sequence. That's the only way I could describe this song. With the grinding noise, the guitar sounds like an engine starting up, and the climax that serves after this is absolutely insane. Following that, we have the track Stop Gap, which is a fiery, punky song. We have these fiery guitar rhythms, and the whole track goes, the guitars on this track goes from fast to slow to fast to slow again, and every time it slows down, Oniki's vocals sort of chime in, and it just creates this sort of off-kiltered rhythm, I guess. Then we have the track Scar, which is the only track I could say here that there's J-pop influence. We have bright, blissful, arena-sized anthems, but at the same time it's so bold and noisy it nearly turns into shoegaze. Then we have the track Flipside, which is the shortest track on the album at under 2 minutes long, also one of the heaviest here. And this track is a lot of fun. I especially love the refrains when Onuki yells, "Catch you on the flip side!" It's just, oh my god, my hair. It's just an absolute blast. My hair is such a problem. That said though, it is a little brief, it is a little short. I wish it's longer, I wish there's more variation. Afterwards, Hex is an instrumental show-off track. We have speedy bass, flashy warped guitars. It's so intense. It sounds like I'm stuck in some first-person shooter game. Then, the track Whisperer has the bold descending chords, the rapid-fire notes. For some reason, it reminds me of the track Generation by Liturgy. Then we have what seems to be distorted bell sounds, and it all sort of leads into this crazy build-up at the end. Finally, the album ends off on Seeds, which is a pretty solid ending track from the band. I love how bright and positive it sounds, but the second half sees the track turn into some kind of punk rock where in a very rare occasion we hear some consistent 4/4 time signatures and melodic refrains, and then near the end everything sort of melts down into manic noise again. So yeah, this is an absolute blast of an album. I feel like my eardrums are getting blasted after this. Sure, it is very inaccessible, and it is very abrasive and rough and not for the average listener, but I think there's some very impressive musicianship on this album. I'm giving the new Melt Banana album 3+5 a decent 8 out of 10. So if you listen to the new Melt Banana album, comments below, let me know, subscribe if you want more. Thanks for watching.